Hi, and welcome to another episode of. I forgot where all the fucking buttons were, and it took me 30 seconds to get this started.
in
In
5D.
5D.
Well
It, feel,
done.
it feels like it's been so fucking long, so that's why I'm like, wait, what buttons are happening? I forgot the URL. It's a whole
Smart,
thing.
smart, 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 smart.
You've been gone forever, though.
I feel like I have. I don't know if that's true. I think it was more like I don't think the three of us have been in the same room in the same virtual room at the same time.
I think both times that it happened, it was Bonsai and I, then just you, then Bonsai and I.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, been traveling, been doing some work stuff.
Killed a hobo.
Well, there's questions. He moaned. So, but yeah, no, it's been a while since we've been together. I feel like we have so much to talk about. No, not really. I mean, there's a lot in the industry going on. Pretty funny. But as always, we have Klops there sitting below me,
Hi.
and then we got Bonsai right above. And I can't tell if he's got a hood on or a beanie.
It's a hood. No, it's my
See?
hood.
I told you it's deceptive.
Yeah, it did look like a beanie.
All right.
No, it's my hood.
Looking cool. Cool.
It's cold in this room. My wife had to bring her avocado plant inside, and that bitch needs light. But leaving like the curtains open lets all the heat out.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. No insulation.
Yeah.
But hey, here we go. All right, so there's been a lot going on that maybe we haven't covered yet. There's the BlizzCon shenanigans happening. And, but before we jump into those, I think Bonsai had a story about Overwatch.
Well, it's both. You might as well put the thing up, because this is both my review of Overwatch and a story about Overwatch.
Overwatch 2, right? Or the
Overwatch
first
2,
one?
yeah. Well, it's kind of both, but because of Overwatch 2. So I had a buddy over this weekend hanging out, or my wife. We had a buddy over this weekend. There was a dude at our house all fucking weekend. So we were hanging out, and by the time he got there, he had missed all of the Diablo announcements, or all the Blizzard announcements. He hadn't seen any of like the big stuff that happened. So I was like, oh, hey, we'll check it out. So we watched the Diablo trailer. We'll get into that in a minute. And then he was like, oh, yeah, and I heard the Overwatch 2 trailer's out. And I was like, I'm not a big Overwatch guy, but if you want to see it, we'll check it out. And he goes, yeah, throw it. So we throw on the Overwatch 2 trailer. And like me and him are watching, and it's cool, and it's the Overwatch trailer. And my wife is sitting there going, how the fuck have you never talked about this game? And I'm like, I don't really play it. And she's like, how do you not play this game? It's about like dope ass superheroes and robots and coolness. And I was like, oh, you didn't get to live through the tragedy that I lived through. That was Overwatch's first trailer and going like, hey, here's this dope ass superhero world. Cool, what's the game? You just kill each other. Oh. Shit. And she's like, no, but there's all this lore. Look at this video. Clearly, like, the game has lore. And I'm like, no, there's just other videos that explain the lore. And in the game, you just kill each other. She's like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, yep, we've had like a couple years to process
welcome to the party.
Go ahead and take the time now to process this out. Yep. Everything you're saying is correct.
I like that at this point it was like, oh my god, I'm Sherpaing this person through their first raid.
Right. Yeah, no, it was so she's like she went out and she found the Overwatch comics, which apparently you can get for free on Amazon if you have Prime, I think.
Okay,
you can get all the Overwatch comics for free.
Comixology, I think, because they own them.
Yeah.
Now.
So yeah, you can get all those for free right now. Which I mean, if you're the same boat as me, if like that looked dope, but I have no interest in a straight deathmatch game.
Yeah.
No, you can actually just go read about the lore and get the dope part of it. So I'm kind of looking forward to those comics. But yeah, I just kind of had to share, and that was kind of like my impression too. Like, oh, an Overwatch trailer, huh? Tell me all about how this game is. Oh wait, you can't because it's an Overwatch trailer. Like, thanks for the 5 to 10 minute mini movie you gave me. That's all the enjoyment I'm going to get out of this.
Okay,
Because the one that I watched, it did explain a lot of the gameplay and like what's going to be in Overwatch 2.
Oh no, there's one that's just a cinematic.
Oh no, I didn't see the cinematic one. I saw the one that's like explaining what actually Overwatch 2 is.
Oh, so there's
And
like here, let me ruin the lives of any younger listener who ever listens to this. Let me just destroy all the things that you love. So there's the monkey robot guy, and then there's the Freezy Ray Chinese girl.
Is he
And
really a monkey robot, or is he just a monkey
he's
wearing
like
armor?
a monkey with like
he's a monkey with
Battle
armor.
armor.
okay, whatever. He was a fucking monkey robot. I don't know. So there's the fucking monkey robot, and then
I think his name
the,
is Charles.
and then there's the Chinese national with a freeze gun.
Yeah,
So
she's May.
sure. And so they get dropped off in a plane, and then a bunch of robots attack, and they're like doing all right. But then they start to lose, and then this chick who can like warp around. I think that one is
Tracer.
Tracer. Yes,
That's
look
Tracer.
at me. I've learned one name.
Yeah, he's seen her on Rule 34 sites.
I've seen her being mentioned being on every Rule 34 site. So she shows up and then helps fight robots, but it's still not enough. And then he like makes a call, and one by one, all these other dudes show up and start killing robots. And then like they win, and then this news anchor shows up and goes like, "Does this mean Overwatch is back?" And he goes like, "Yeah." And then that's the trailer. And it was this really dope ass like if this was fucking Left 4 Dead like this, I would be all over this goddamn game.
So in the trailer that I watched, they're breaking it up into co-op to where you can go around basically doing PvE, killing robots and doing things
so they're
like that.
just stealing
They're doing
what
Battleborn.
Gearbox. Yeah, I was gonna say
Wait,
they're just
wait,
stealing
Which
Gearbox.
is fine because I loved Battleborn.
Wait, it gets more. It gets more. You can also level up your characters and
Battleborn.
dump into different skills.
Battleborn.
And then there's also new PvP modes where it's more basically like League of Legends instead of fucking Overwatch.
Okay.
Where they have minions and
Why
players
would
on
that
the
be
battlefield.
better?
I don't know. Why is a Destiny ripoff better? Because that's essentially what it is.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Now tell me more about how somebody's finally making more Battleborn, because Battleborn did not suck and we deserve more Battleborn. And if Overwatch is just going to do Battleborn, good
God,
enough.
I just wish Battleborn had more content at launch. But
That was the
yeah.
only problem. Like the
Yeah.
story mode was great, but I would have even been fine with like seasonal releases. Every few months, here's another mission, here's another mission, here's another mission. Battleborn would have been so good, but they fucking focused on the PvP shit, and it just didn't work. They should have. I think if Battleborn pivoted and just dropped the PvP and focused on making this great like episodic narrative PvE experience, that could have been something really, really great. It was too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, I've never had any interest in Overwatch because it just felt like it was gonna be like a MOBA and like Paladins. I was like, I tried Paladins. I don't need Overwatch.
I didn't like Paladins.
I don't mind Overwatch. I didn't really like Paladins, but Overwatch, I don't mind.
What's the difference?
Overwatch was a little. Paladins was like really first-person MOBA. Overwatch is a little more first-person deathmatch, but not on an even playing field, on a specialized playing field.
Yeah, it's really about team comp. I specialize in playing tanks on Overwatch. That's like my main that I like playing. I like playing
and
Diva.
that's the MOBA aspect, right?
Yeah.
Is you play a role and unlike Counter Strike, where it's really just motherfuckers with guns, or even to a degree,
There's still kind of roles in CS:GO though. I think.
There's some.
Yeah,
of it.
it's
I mean,
not-
this
it's
is
not
just
as tailored.
more specialized like a MOBA is.
Yeah, because
But
each
you
of
don't
the
have-
characters have their abilities and stuff. Because like playing as Diva, I have a shield that I can pull up to take some damage and bring back some health, and then of course I have kind of DPS, but it's lower than the damage dealers, right? You know, and my big thing is that I can tank a lot of damage and kind of control an area. And so team comp can be really fun. It's really fun when you have like your friends all playing it and you're like doing like 6v6, right? You know,
I like my friends.
I'm just saying that it's a lot of fun. Like you have a lot of good team comp, and it can be fun that way. It's never been one that I've been really heavily in because I much rather play like Siege if I'm going to do a 5v5 deathmatch where it has like specialization but not as much, because with Siege it like really boils down to skill as opposed to the abilities. And I feel that in Overwatch, no matter how well I can tank, if I don't have a healer that can heal me, I'm just going to die.
Deep
Yeah.
down, aren't we all just gonna die?
I don't know. I guess I'm not saying it sucks. I've never played it, so I can't really say that. I just don't like the
You
form
can probably get it for like
factor.
$6 now, so you might as well pick it up and try it if you want to try it.
Maybe, but I like the form factor. I don't generally enjoy the MOBA aspect of it. And then deathmatch for me, like there was a time where I did deathmatch like solely. I don't even do PvP anymore in most games. Like even in Destiny, like Crucible is my least favorite part. I love Destiny, but I just can't be fucked. I focus so much energy on Halo 3, Halo Reach, and what was the one where it wasn't the main guy?
ODST?
ODST. I focus so much energy on playing the multiplayers on those that I feel like I just got burnt out and shit. I just don't have.
Yeah, but
the
that could be that
time.
type of multiplayer too. I mean, that's like Doom reminds me of that kind of multiplayer, and I liked Doom's multiplayer because of that. But it's not the multiplayer I really enjoy.
Yeah, and
I've hit the point where literally I cannot tell you what the last versus multiplayer game I played was. I just don't care about them at all.
oh, versus, yeah.
Yeah, like the first PvP multiplayer, I cannot even tell you.
Yeah, for me that's what games like Payday get right. Like
Yeah, I'd rather
I
do
really
like
like the
co-op
mechanics.
multiplayer. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I like co-op multiplayer, but that's why I like PvP as well, because if I can bring a team with me, like my friends, then we usually always have fun.
Yeah, but bringing your friends doesn't mean you have to go against other players. So like Payday, where it's you and your friends against machines, or
Right,
even
but I'm
something
saying-
like Left 4 Dead.
That in PvP, I like to be able to have a fat squad with me to roll around with, because we're always like joking around.
Why
and,
they
like,
gotta
doing
be
shit.
fat? Now you're being a sizist.
Because I'm fat. So I can say
Big
that.
guy, you're not fat. You're just
Either way,
grotesquely obese.
I enjoy having the camaraderie with my friends while playing PvP
Yeah.
as well as in PvE.
Yeah. Well, in PvP, I don't enjoy that. I do like when we can all link up. Well, not us, but when I can link up with friends in Destiny and we just go and shoot other shit or try to solve puzzles together. Like that's enjoyable. I don't give a shit about other people generally, in the sense of like I don't want to fight them. I did that, and especially the newer games, it just I hanker to the day where you can just shoot a man with a golden gun and call it a fucking day.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just
that's why what I'm saying. That's why I like Siege and stuff like that, because it's a headshot to headshot.
Yeah,
Like-
that's some of that. Except fucking look, dude. I I have Siege, and you know what? My only issue with that game is that I need to like learn cheats and I need to learn like maps and shit, and I just don't want to
Yeah,
fucking
you
do
have to
that.
learn cheats. You just have to learn the map layout.
The map layout. No, dude. I remember the last time I played with you guys. It was like a whole new fucking language. It was like you guys were like throwing shit through these grates because you knew it was gonna do a thing on the other side,
Yeah.
and it just crazy shit like that. I was like, dude, at this point,
Oh.
ABB fucking.
Dude, now it's even better because I have so much time on there. Like, I'll shoot through 3 different walls and headshot somebody. It's so much fun.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
I'm like, haha, just wall pinned you, motherfucker.
but yeah.
Watch some
Anyways,
rage quit.
I get it. It's just it's just not for me anymore. Once upon a time it was, but let's bring it back. So we've talked about Overwatch. How much have you guys been keeping up on BlizzCon altogether?
0.
Somewhat.
Okay, 0 somewhat. So first off, there's protests, which I am fucking happy. I thought
Yeah.
that the gamers were gonna forget, and I'm very happy that that we're sticking to our guns on this one. I did see plenty of Winnie the Poohs out there, which was magic.
That was funny.
And then I like that well, I don't know if it's true, but it sounds like Blizzard basically just told their moderators, like, just let people say whatever they want. Like, if they get too unruly,
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
saw a
call
couple
security.
clips like that.
Like at one point, people were just running around yelling, "Free Hong Kong," and the moderators are just like, "Sounds good to me," and they move on. Like, it just, I'm glad about that. So I know, Klops, you said nothing, but did you finally see the apology video from the CEO?
No.
Devin?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I thought we talked about it earlier.
Yeah. But you saw the whole thing, right? You actually listened to it, not
Yeah.
just the review video? Okay.
Oh no, I watched the whole thing. I watched it the day it came out.
So, first off, I'd never seen the CEO of Blizzard, and he looks like my history teacher, the one that got caught making out with and or marrying students. Do you remember that guy?
Hazelwood?
Yeah, your brother.
I'm just
had
gonna
him
say
too.
his name. If you
Yeah.
get accused of shit, I can just say that. There was accusations. I don't know how it turned out. There you go.
Yeah, but anyways, he looked like that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Long hair, like totally.
I never
like,
actually saw him before.
Yeah, totally looks
never
like
saw
a
him.
gamer, and I was surprised.
You sure it's not him?
I mean, if so, crime pays. But no, so I don't know. I want to get your take first, Bonzo, before I shoot off.
I don't know. I feel like both of you two are going to be pretty negative about it, so I'll try and say something positive. At least they didn't say nothing. Like, I mean, like they did, but I mean, it wasn't literally nothing. So there's some credit. All in all, it felt like a scripted fucking apology written by a corporation. I mean, nothing about that felt genuine. He did manage to work up a little bit of tears, but I also feel like maybe it was like
the lights were really hot.
Yeah, like I'll just stare at the light for a minute. It's an old trick or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It was about what I expected. You know what I mean? At least they fucking did something. They didn't just try and pretend. They didn't pull like, "Don't you have phones?" They didn't make a dumbass excuse.
Don't you have China?
They didn't try and sweep it under the rug. They didn't try and pretend like nothing happened. So I'll give them credit for that. But what they did bring us was exactly what I thought. Pandery corporate bullshit that basically is just to like, okay, we said we're sorry. Can we move on now? Cool. That's what that was.
No, here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the gamers will actually move on because like there was clapping and shit, and I'm like, what are you guys clapping?
It seemed really like forced too. Like he was just gonna wait until they started clapping.
Yeah.
And so people were
Dude,
like, great.
So I feel like that was one of the times where you're like at a wedding and that person that shouldn't have been given the mic got the mic and they start talking and you just get those awkward moments of they think they're doing the right thing and you're just like, get off the stage. Nobody's clapping. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
That would have been greater if like everyone was just like, get off the fucking stage.
Yeah, but
get to the game announcements.
At that point you get banned, right?
You're a piece of shit.
So anyways, yeah, the only thing that bothers me, and it's funny that the only defense you have is at least they didn't say nothing, but the only thing that bothers me is just he apologized, but it didn't feel like he was apologizing for anything in particular. Like the phrase that I use, it's he apologized because the company didn't do something. They're not gonna tell you what that something was, but they didn't do it. Right. I was like, what? Okay, so you're sorry, and then they threw some like the whole we just want to bring the world together with games. I'm like, get the fuck out.
Fuck up. Yeah.
I also work in a tech company.
Right.
Like I know what the rah-rah bullshit sounds like. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it was genuine. I don't know what we expected. The one thing I will say I'm surprised at is, sure, they said they're sorry, but they didn't like, unsuspend Blitzchung or any of that. So,
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, honestly, if you're gonna fake it, just fucking unban the guy. Like at this point, even the investor would be like, yeah, just fucking unban the guy. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah,
you made your point.
But anyways, that actually leads us to the other part that we want to talk about with the part what BlizzCon's supposed to be about, the Diablo reveal.
Oh, I thought it was about silencing Hong Kong nationals.
No. That's what it's secretly about, not really about. But yeah, did you guys check out the trailer?
Yes.
And
Klops,
Yes.
hit me with. Okay, let's do cinematic trailer first. Klops, cinematic trailer.
It was rad.
That's it. That's the best you got for me.
I mean, are we spoiling it, or are we gonna let people go? Okay.
No, this
All
won't.
right.
This isn't even gonna post until next
right.
week.
I guess that's true.
It's live for the live people, and it's next week for the not live people.
I was just also being difficult. That's okay.
a little bitch.
I thought it was actually really well done. It got me excited for Diablo 4. I really like the whole concept of like these three people. What?
Diablo.
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 Yeah, okay. Diablo. These three people get like into this tomb that they're not expecting to actually be like a temple and like being sacrificed to summon Lilith.
Yeah.
And I like how like the dude was just like basically corrupted the last guy because he was the only thing that was just like, and he was like, "You're right, I did come to the dark side."
It's because he wanted to, the whole thing was a spell. He needed to be willing, and
right.
He
And
made
he
him
appealed to
willing.
that. He definitely appealed to that in the most corrupting way possible of like, you wanted knowledge. You're the one that came here. And he's like, you're absolutely right. I'm fucking dumb.
It just felt kind of flimsy when you're facing mortal peril. He's like, you wanted to read some books. And he goes, I did want to read some books.
But I mean, that's kind of
Magic
the like
death books, bro.
that's kind of the like appeal to it, right? You know what I mean? It's he got seduced by the dark side of the force.
No, I get it. I just feel like the reasoning on this one was a little weak.
Fucking Anakin left for less.
No, Anakin left to save his family and kill children.
Yeah, right.
There was a great moment in this trailer where you think this one dude's dead, and then he shows the fuck back up. And my wife was like, I knew that guy wasn't dead. And then the other guy spins around and clubs him in the face to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, like zombie evil. And she's like, oh, fuck, he was dead. That was pretty magical.
Yeah. And then it turns out
like,
he wasn't. It was some other dude.
I like creepy flesh cape. Flesh cape is dope.
Yeah.
So wait, any of you guys recognize the guy that he turned into? The not dead guy turned into? That was Quan Chi from like Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. No, so I actually watched it with Marley, and she was like, "Is that Doomsday or whoever the fuck was from Marvel?"
Oh, Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Is that Apocalypse?
Well, and then is it just me or the design on his forehead looks like he's got a giant fucking zipper?
Yeah.
Like you could just open it.
Wasn't there a guy with a zipper face in some movie? I don't know.
Yeah, Hellraiser.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny because for a while I was watching it at work, and then just from the side I see, is that a fucking zipper head? Like does he open it up and just blah? Yeah, it was a weird fucking moment. I liked it though.
Yeah,
it was good.
It looked. I mean, as much as any cinematic can actually tell you about a game, yes,
Why-
it was a wonderful little movie.
Why can't they just fucking make movies like that, man?
They tried. It was called Final Fantasy Spirited Away.
Spirits
or some
Within,
bullshit.
or yeah,
Who cares?
the
movie
Spirits
wasn't
Within.
good. Just go watch Spirited Away. It's a better movie.
It wasn't terrible, but it was like everybody.
actually, the Warcraft movie wasn't that bad.
See,
Oh,
I
it
heard the
bombed,
opposite.
though.
I heard a lot of people say it was shit.
I don't know anything about the lore or anything, so I can't really speak about that. But like, it had some cool moments in it, and like, it was really pretty for CGI.
Yeah, to be fair though, that lore goes way deep. Like I sat down with a friend trying to figure that out because you know me, I played Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2. And then I also played Warcraft 3, and that's when it got really fucking batty because then there
Warcraft
was like,
3 was dope as fuck.
It was, but then after that, from Warcraft 3, there was like something of the Lich King, and it got really fucking weird. The Frozen Throne or some shit, and I just couldn't afford to keep up anymore, and that's where I lost the thread. And even then, apparently, I didn't have the thread as well as I thought because people were telling me like, "You remember this character from Warcraft 2?" And I go, No, I don't. They're like, oh, well, he did this thing and this other thing, and I just like fucking whatever. And don't get me started on. Yeah, don't get me started on WoW. That lore got even fucking weirder. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. They should make more shit.
Well, we also didn't talk about the gameplay trailer.
So the gameplay trailer. Klops, hit me with your thoughts on the gameplay trailer.
I like that how during the gameplay trailer there was a part where both the co-op people were just swinging at air, and I was like, "That's a true life trailer."
Yep.
I'm sold immediately. It showed exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, both of those plays were AFK.
One of the things I was like looking at first. So it all starts like the Viking looking dude, right? And I was like, "That's a dope character class, Viking."
No, it was the mage, the one I saw.
Was he a mage or a druid?
I thought it was a chick, and it was a mage, and then it went to a Viking dude. It was like a...
All right, y'all motherfuckers are spoiling shit either way. Shut the fuck up. So there's like this Viking dude doing like dope Viking shit. And I was like, cool. There's like a Viking class. Show me other stuff. And then they show mage doing mage shit. I'm like, cool. You got like a warrior class. You got a mage class. Your standard Diablo classes are covered. But then they show a third class. This is very clearly the barbarian class. And I went, the fuck am I going to do with a Viking and a barbarian? That's just stupid. Why do we got 2 melee heavy classes? And then the Viking turned into a bear.
Yeah.
It was a goddamn druid. And I was like, all right, I'm back on board playing the Viking guy. Viking guy's dope. Viking guy is bear guy. Bear guy is dope.
That's who I want to play as the bear guy.
I think basically metagame is going to get together to play Diablo 4, and we're all going to play as bears. It is communist bear run through.
Oh, man.
Everybody play as people's bear and win day back.
Oh my god, yeah, we can do a whole bear speed run.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, and I'm also I don't buy that there's only 3 classes. There's more classes that they just haven't shown us.
No. There's gonna be 5, but they're gonna sell the other 2 to you.
That's been the joke online.
That's kind of how they did with the Crusader.
But they almost all start with 4.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think it's gonna be though?
I don't know. They have a lot of stuff to choose
You
from.
think they're bringing back the Amazon?
I'd like them to bring back the Amazon. The Amazon's dope.
So
Necromancer's cool, but it's kind of played out. And honestly, Necromancer and Druid, as long as there's still a summoning build to Druid, is pretty much the same and dope. And who cares? You can turn into a bear.
What about Rogue?
No.
No.
I was just like Witch Doctor was cool, but it was only cool once. I wouldn't bring back Witch Doctor. Demon Hunter was like
That's
interesting.
technically the rogue, but yeah.
It's like Rogue Amazon combined.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, like, I would actually take Amazon over Demon Hunter unless like Demon Hunter was suddenly way more Amazon like. I would take Crusader again though. Crusader was dope. I'd fucking play a new take on Crusader.
Well, but Crusader was all about, honestly, when I played
Crusader was basically Paladin.
It was it was Paladin, and it was a thorny Paladin.
Yeah, which was
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, no, I did like Paladin. My favorite is actually from Diablo 3 at least, the Wizard.
I have a confession. I actually haven't played any of Diablo 3.
Are you serious?
You
I
played
have
with
it.
us.
No, I didn't. I have it. I just never got around to playing it because nobody played it with me.
I
And
don't
everybody else that wanted to play with me,
him.
I swear to God, and everybody else that wanted to play with me was doing this stupid speedrun shit that I didn't have any idea to do. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And they're like, oh, you just got to do all these things. I'm like,
I have
I don't
it
know any of
on
those
both
things.
my PC and my Switch. How could
Same.
you have not played it once?
I haven't played it with anybody. I started to play a campaign with
are
Marley, and then she didn't like it, so I just haven't gone back to it.
Are the servers the same or no for Switch and PC?
They're not.
I don't think they're the same.
I was saying, because if I can play it from my couch, I'd totally fucking play it with you. Or if you want to go pick it up for the Switch.
I don't have money for another game on
Yeah,
Switch.
because
right
then
now.
you have to pay for the Nintendo Online as well.
Yeah, I have it on PC.
$20 for a year. Yeah, but I don't sit back here ever, so.
He
So-
could, but he just doesn't.
Yeah, I don't.
Get your laptop and put it on the couch.
My laptop won't run Diablo. I have
Really?
a shitty laptop.
Diablo's like at least 4 years old at this point.
Yeah, that laptop's older than that.
Yeah. Wait, how old is Diablo? It's way more than 4,
I don't know.
right?
Doesn't matter. Moving on.
Okay, so is anyone else wondering what the fuck is happening with the story for Diablo 4?
Apparently, there's a demon chick named Lilith coming up.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, she was part. I mean, lore-wise, she was part of the other ones, but it just feels like we killed Diablo for reals this time. Now it's this chick that kind of looks like Diablo.
Well, and there's also talk about like them coming back in 3. So I'm wondering if it's like Lilith, Diablo, Asmodan, or Baal, or Death, or there's a
Yeah.
lot of players who could come back, or they pull the classic JRPG trope.
And it's his daughter.
Lilith, and then Diablo's also there. Double boss battle.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Sounds interesting. I wonder if we're ever gonna see Inaris again if they're bringing back Lilith.
Yeah. Who
'Cause-
knows, man? And again, it's a cinematic fucking trailer. It doesn't tell you anything.
No, I know. I'm like, now I want to know who fucking banned her in the first place. I don't feel like that was covered in any of the other games.
It was Klops.
It was me. I did it.
Klops did it. All right, fair enough. All right, so we did the video games. Let's talk some motherfucking comics. I don't know what it's the fuck about, but
Comics.
Klops has a comic he wants to tell us about.
I don't have a comic. I have an anime.
This looks like it's a comic.
It might be a comic. I was watching the anime.
Well,
okay.
You did not.
Here we go with the
specify.
comics of
not
Mob
sorry.
Psycho 100. I got through the first season of it.
What? Okay, first off, what is it on then? It's obviously started as a manga.
I have it on Funimation.
Okay, I thought you were just reading manga now. I thought that was a thing you were doing.
No, I don't have money for manga.
You can get it on PDF and download it and shit.
I guess I could, especially if I had like Crunchyroll or something. But
most people pirate movies. You pirate manga.
yeah, that's how hipster I am.
All right. Anyways, tell us about this goddamn anime.
So this anime is really, really awesome. I really like it. It's about basically this middle schooler that has these really, really powerful psychic abilities. And he's being trained by a con man who is pretending to be a really good psychic, but he's clearly a con man. And the thing about Mob, because his name is Mob, or that's his nickname, he is very like monotoned and like pacifist until he gets pushed too far by like other people that like the storyline's pushing in front of him. Till he goes critical, and then he like basically Super Saiyans out and becomes like this really, really like almost blood ravenous psychic. And he's never trying to like hurt anybody. It just ends up happening that he ends up hurting the bad guys most of the time. And it's kind of a coming of age story for him, right? You know, because he's trying not to use his psychic powers. He's trying to learn how to use them for good and stuff like that. And the con man, his teacher, his mentor, is actually teaching him good moral things. Even though he's also trying to use Mob to like fuel his own like inhibition of going up in the psychic realm to fucking become like #1 psychic in the world. And it's really, really well written. It's really, really fun. It's written by it's made by the same guys that did One Punch Man.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I love One Punch Man.
And it's super good. Like there's a lot of scenes. My favorite scene that happens. I'm not going to spoil too much of it, but this is kind of a spoiler. Is later on, they end up at this like basically institute where they have this evil organization called Claw, and they're like psychics bent on like ruling the world.
The Claw.
And so like they're in this predicament of like, how are these guys going to get out of this predicament? And the sensei, following the tracking device on his student's phone, is like, where are you, Mob? I fucking needed you for jobs and you haven't answered. You can at least tell me that you're on like student break or something, right? And shows up to this organization where there's all these underlings in front and like kind of vaguely talks about how he's here to see his subordinate, right? And they take him for being the leader of their organization, and he kind of cons his way in unwillingly. And it was just such a great scene to watch, and like everything that happens after that is just top notch. Like, I don't want to spoil it, you got to go watch it kind of things.
Okay.
But it was just super fun to watch like this scenario play out of like, how are these guys getting out of this? And then right at the right time, his sensei shows up and basically cons his way into this evil organization pretending to be the boss. And it's really great. It's really fun. Honestly, like this one, I haven't finished season 2 yet, so I'm hoping it doesn't drop off. But season 1 so far is a fucking 10 out of 10. Like I have found nothing that I really was like, oh, that's just jarring. Oh man, I shouldn't do that. What is this doing? You know, I mean, there's nothing of that. Like it's a 10 out of 10 psychics. I fucking love it.
Oh wow, that's really high rated. I don't think you've ever been that happy about anything before.
Oh no, this one has surprised the fuck out of me so much.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can't wait to see what happened in the second season. I'm like one episode in. Like I've done one episode on like the second season.
10
I
out of
can't
10.
wait.
Yeah, no, dude. I finally finished Big Mouth. Have you been watching that?
I watched some of it. I haven't watched it. Like
So
I
the
haven't
newest
continued second
season?
time.
Dude, I talked about it on the solo cast, but it's been a while since something's just made me bust out laughing, like out loud, and it did it. When the hormone monster starts talking like Macho Man Randy Savage, I lost my shit. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. All right, cool. So Mob Psycho 100, 10 out of 10. That's the highest rating. I can't wait to see what's the next thing that's gonna make you that happy to review. Not like sexy time.
Oh, I mean, either or, whatever does it for
Sure, yeah. Put it in your dream journal. We can discuss it later.
you. Yeah.
All right. So, Bonza wants to do some retro review. No.
I mean, no, I'm kidding. Finally got around to playing a game I'd been meaning to pick up for a while, and a lot of folks I've been talking to are saying like this game deserved to be bigger than Sonic was in the original run of the Sega Genesis. And I'm kind of getting what they're talking about. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm gonna try and do
Is
it.
it Bigsby?
You mean Bubsy?
Oh, Bubsy, whatever the fuck it was.
No, it's not. Ristar. So I don't know how much of a plot there is to this game. It's the one I didn't get the box for, so I can't just read the plot off the back like you're supposed to do for a good old-fashioned Sega game. But you play as a little yellow and black star dude, kind of a la Sonic meets Rayman, I guess. I got it. The game basically plays like a more mechanically intense Sonic. So the whole thing, run from left to right, dodge enemies, just get over to the end part. But instead of like collecting coins, you're almost solving little puzzles or learning how to traverse the area that's there. And so you have a jump button and you have a reach and grab button, and Ristar can stretch out his arms and grab a hold of stuff. So his main attack is a headbutt of death, basically. He grabs a hold of everything and slams his face into it and kills it, which, honestly, immediate points for me. You're going to rock the headbutt of death. It's my kind of game. But a lot of the game also has to do with, like, grabbing and throwing yourself or spinning and launching yourself to get to certain points along the map. So unlike Sonic, where a lot of times it's just like run and remember where to jump, where to dodge, where to jump and platform, Ristar is a lot more of like, how do I get across this? Where's the spot I can grab? And a lot of the bosses in Sonic are a lot more dodge until you have your moment to hit. Well, because Ristar has to grab something to hit, it's dodge until you have your moment to grab and dash in to hit. Like that grab is not an immediate hit. You've got to grab and release to land your hit. So it's a more mechanically challenging version of Sonic, and I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Why do you think it never caught on?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it was just advertising, or maybe it was like what to do with the release numbers in the US. I'm really not sure, but the game is a lot of fun. And it's one of those Sega games you can still pick up for relatively cheap. Like, it's not like a $50, $60 game. I think I paid $15, $20 for it, something like that.
Yeah. It looked fun when we were goofing off with it when I came over. It was just weird because this is totally the kind of thing you can see being a classic. Like,
yeah.
the gameplay was fun, and I could see kids totally feeling at the aesthetic. Like the little dude, just picture plushies and all kinds of merchandising. Yeah. Like, it's weird that it didn't catch on.
Right, and I mean,
so there's actually multiple different storylines for this game because it's based upon the language that it's in. So for the English language, Oroto is automated altogether. Instead, Ristar has a father, a legendary hero who is Shooting Star that protects the Vivid system, rather than auto-awakening Ristar, the legendary hero who was kidnapped by Greedy and is up to Ristar to rescue his father as well. So he's off on a quest to try to find his father. In the Japanese version, he is a legendary hero that is risen by a goddess to try to protect the universe against this greedy warlord that's going around collecting planets.
Huh. Yeah, and that would explain. So the level progression in this, a lot like Sonic, each group, I think it's every three levels. So like 2 levels and a boss. You move on to a new planet. And each planet is themed very differently. So the ones I've done, I did like the starting kind of tropically jungle planet. I don't remember 2. 3 was the devil. And I actually was lucky enough to have somebody in the chat with me while I was playing. And he was like, "Hey man, things really ratchet up at 3. Like just be aware that right at 3, that's when shit gets real." And it was, man. 3 is like a fire planet. And I mean, the fire is just so constant and everywhere. And there's literally points where like you'll run into this vulture who will just pick you up and drop you on fire. So you almost have to be ready to like ricochet off of something and grab him right away when he releases you, or you just take. 3 was hard, and then but what I like, 4 ended up being really cool. 4 was like a music inspired level, and so most of the levels revolved you, or at least the whole first one revolved around you finding this metronome and carrying it across the landscape through certain patterns to then drop it off with a character who wouldn't get out of your way until you dropped a metronome on him. So like I can't recall any moments like that in Sonic where it was really kind of puzzle solving, like grab and carry a thing and find out how to get to where you're going while not dropping or leaving this thing or putting this thing in whatever mechanism would take it to where you needed to go. So that was really fun. It was like a nice twist on just the move left to right, dodge, hit, traverse, you know?
Sonic was all about going fast.
Honestly, though, most of the time in Sonic, if you go too fast, you're just screwing yourself.
Yeah.
You're just going to slam into something.
That, or you're skipping a bunch of shit that you could get. Or,
right.
Yeah.
And so apparently there are a bunch of hidden things in Ristar. I only managed to find one of them the whole time I was playing. But now that I kind of know that they're out there, we'll see if I can find some more.
I was going to say, you're going to go try for more?
I'm actually, well, more importantly, I'm going to try and beat the game.
Okay.
I'd really like to. I made it to World 5. But
so is this one of those where you can enter a code and get back to where you were?
No, or at least not that I grabbed.
So once your lives are gone, they're gone.
Well, but you have so many continues. And I didn't count the number of continues. I was surprised at how many I got.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a little more prepared for some things and I know some things that are coming, I can save some lives. And I think there's only 7 worlds. So I was closer than I wasn't.
Well, you know this game wasn't one of those coin-op games for sure because they give you a lot of continues.
Right. But yeah, and then I picked up a couple other things. I don't know what I'm going to play next. You two have seen 2 of them, but you haven't seen the last one. I got Rocket Knight Adventures, which I'm really excited to play. That's another, it's almost kind of like adventure brawly, kind of.
Okay.
Because like you got to like sword slash. I don't know. I played like 5 minutes of it. I haven't really played it. And then Decap Attack, same kind of thing. It's a move left to right, but you're attacking and using items a lot more often. And then, I don't know, I feel like at least one of you two will be excited for this. I just picked this up, complete with the manual and everything this weekend. I got Tailspin.
Tailspin. I was just talking about that with Marley.
So even though my wife was like more of the Disney Channel one as a kid, I picked this up and she's staring at it and she goes, "Is that fucking Baloo from the Jungle Book?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And she's like, "It's a Jungle Book game?" And I said, "No, it's a Tailspin game." She's like, "What the fuck is Tailspin?" She's never seen it.
What?
So I'm like Tails. But imagine how crazy you sound explaining Tailspin to somebody who knows Jungle Book and not Tailspin. So it's a lot of characters from Jungle Book, but not all of them. And instead, they run a delivery service flying planes. And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, so it's Baloo. It's King Louie. I'm pretty sure the snake Shere Khan. Shaka Khan?
No, that's the tiger.
I'm pretty sure the snake was there. And instead of being jungle animals and helping a little boy find his way to a village, they just run a delivery service. And she's like, "None of this makes any sense." Like, I really don't.
And the tiger is basically
that it exists in front of her. I still don't think she quite believes that it's a real thing.
And then the tiger is basically Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. He wasn't even necessarily like bad though. He was just kind of a dick, right? Or am I remembering it wrong?
Well, see, the thing is that it was borderline. Like you wouldn't be able to call him out and be like, "Yeah, that was assault," but it was definitely emotional abuse. There was a lot of hitting things around the characters and not actually the characters themselves.
You just make me so frustrated. Why do you make me do this?
So yeah, goddamn man, I haven't thought about Tailspin in years, but I actually got exposed to Tailspin way before I got exposed to the Jungle Book. So when
Of course.
someone tried to show me the Jungle Book, I was like,
Where's the plane? Why don't
Well,
they just take their plane?
I thought it was much less cool. I was like, why are they stuck in the jungle? Like, and who's the man person? What is this? I don't
That's
understand this at
Mowgli.
all. I'm like, why is King Louie a dick? And why is he not serving them drinks? Damn it! Because he owned the bar. Remember?
Right.
Yeah, man. I was so confused when they finally showed it. And then that was before I understood what the concept of spin-offs were. This was basically a Jungle Book spin-off.
Yeah,
You must have been really confused.
that's why it's a
when you went from-
tailspin.
Yeah.
You must have been really confused when we went from Happy Days to Mork and Mindy.
I've never to this day seen Happy Days or Mork and Mindy.
What?
I hadn't seen Wayne's World, and that's way more recent. So
Yeah, but Happy Days is dope.
I've only seen little excerpts in the memes and this and that. I know Henry Winkler was in it. But, yeah.
Henry
Fonzie-
Winkler
I
was
think-
it.
I think watching Wayne's World is much more precedent for you.
I
Yeah,
watched-
he finally.
I
Oh, do you
watched
want to
them.
do now that you've seen it? Do you want to do a review of Wayne's World?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because we watched both of them back to back, they all just feel like one large movie. Plus, it was pretty high.
I like Wayne's World too, though. A lot of people don't. I'm a fan.
I didn't hate it, but it was just so weird. Why even include Tia Carrera? At that point, it could have been like a sideways cameo and shit.
But I don't know. I think like Dell and Chris Farley really helped make that movie. We had to beat them to death with their own shoes.
Yeah, so that guy was really funny. Although I feel like maybe I missed something in between, but I felt like it went from like 50 to 100 there towards the end.
No, it does.
Okay, because the corporate guy was just a corporate stooge. He wasn't really a villain, and then all of a sudden, he was fucking a villain and creepy, and it was Walken, the scariest man alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not just me. It really just picks up like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't hate them. There were all right. There were some funny parts. I will say Wayne's World 1 just, I don't know. It just felt like a skit that went on too long.
That's kind of what it was derived from, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't it from?
No, it was.
Saturday
It
Night Live?
was.
Skit, yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a difference, right? Where like Night at the Roxbury, I never felt like it was a skit that went on too long because they did all this extra things. With Wayne's World, it just, I don't know. I feel like maybe I prefer was it not PCU? What was the one with Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah.
Yankovic?
UHF.
UHF. I feel like UHF is kind of very similar, and I'd pick that one over this.
I actually going back and rewatching UHF. I liked UHF less as an adult.
Really?
Huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe I need to go watch that. To be fair, though, I saw that for the first time with you guys in like 2005 or something. Or
Yeah,
something.
I showed it to my wife for the first time like this year at some point. And she was like, I don't get what that was. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. There was like 2 points and then everything else.
And also, I was super surprised because with this crew, I can't believe your wife had never seen Rat Race.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like we finally played it, and to be fair, that movie holds up. There's like the one scene with a helicopter that I was like, all right, that's a bit too much, but the rest of it holds up.
It's
Like,
a race.
Are you-
I mean,
Okay, so you are talking about the one with Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
it's not his name.
Yeah. But anyways, that was great. He did fantastic. Love it. I didn't remember how heavy-handed his scenes were.
Yeah.
Like he's basically a sociopath in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
I from what I hear, he might be one in real life too. But who said that?
Yeah.
But no, also Rat Race was great. It was good to rewatch it. Yeah, that I can't believe she had never seen that.
She hasn't seen lots of things, man.
Well, neither have I. But like with our crew, I feel like we've watched it once or twice with her in the room.
Maybe.
Yeah, but either way.
Maybe.
All right. That brings us to the end of our show today.
We have some time left. Klopp, stretch.
Bah, bah,
It's not what I meant, Klops.
He said stretch though.
Nope.
He's just trying to show off his armpits.
Pivot.
Ugh.
Pivot.
All right, stretch. That's good.
So, anyways, what days are you doing the retro reviews? Let's put that out there.
Well, it's more just I'm going to play old games, but that's Wednesdays, twitch.tv/metagame network. 6:30. It's when I start it. Just be online, Pacific Standard Time, late on Wednesday. Hit the follow button, it'll just tell you, like, hey, he started. And then it's basically whenever I completely run out of continues or I'm thoroughly embarrassed. That's when it ends.
Or both, you know.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right, check us out Tuesdays from 7 to 9. We've been playing a lot of Killing Zone because we got our...
You mean Killing Floor?
Yep, that one.
Because Killing Zone isn't a game? It's not a thing that exists?
Yeah, it is.
Might be.
It's a game for the PS2 and the PS3.
You mean Kill Zone? Because I don't think Killing Zone is.
I'm sure it's a game. Look it up. Look it up.
Killing Zone is a fighting video game developed by Scarab and published by Naxitsoft in 1996 in Japan by Acclaim.
It was too cliche of a fucking name to not have been used at least once.
Wait. Even better, in this sequel to Sega Saturn's Battle Monsters, there are a total of 14 characters and 2 game modes.
Yeah. So, technically wrong, but
Killing Zone received mostly negative reviews.
Who'd have thunk it? Cliche name. But yeah, no, we've mostly been doing Killing Floor 2. We got our Canadian correspondent, our French Canadian correspondents to play with us, and that's the game we've been getting down on. Also, check us out live Mondays 7 to 8. Right?
Yep.
Sorry, Tuesdays is a 7 to 9. Fucking blew it there. Anyways,
Bias Bros alternating Thursdays.
So it'll be this Thursday, not last Thursday.
It'll be this Thursday while we're recording, but when they're listening to this, it'll be last Thursday and or next Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't really know when it is.
No, it's good. It's Thursday the 7th and the 21st.
All right, Bias Bros, check that shit out too. Final words, Klops.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Oh, that number 2 was so disappointing. Bonsai.
I liked number 2.
I didn't. There's my final words.
Jesus. Bye.
See ya. You didn't like the second Super Troopers?
No, not at all.
Really? What
Yeah, it was
did
really
you
bad.
like about it?
It felt like the